One thing that attracted me to just the regular rack was just the versatility of it, and for us to be able to take what we do and open it up to the hunting industry world, right?
Oh my goodness.
You Blake here.
If you blew, you gotta go, baby.
Well, man, here we are. About to head here to Des Moines, Iowa, son.
Pick up these Black Rebel Racks.
Yes, sir. We're excited, man. It's been about 3 hours. We're on the road.
Legs are getting stiff. Coffee's making me jittery.
We're excited, man. Check out this manufacturing plant. See how they make these racks. We got the Can-Am in the back. And we're ready to get that rack on here, and knowing what this rack is going to be able to do with us and for us as we continue to run properties and do things out here in the Midwest.
I'm excited about having lights on the back and be able to see, you know, what you're doing once we get that deer, or turkey, or whatever, you know.
Absolutely.
Up to the buggy in the morning or late at night after tracking it. It sucks trying to hold hand lights and film and see what you're doing so you don't cut your fingers off gutting a deer. And it's just, you know, having that rack back there and having something to put some lights on is going to be pretty
Game changer to me, honestly. So we're going to have one in the front, big old light bar in the front, and then we're going to have two small LEDs in the back, on each corner. So just by a flip of the switch, it's gonna light the woods up and gonna make things a lot easier for us. All right, 3 hours is up. Zach and I roll in. We're pretty excited, to say the least. As we roll up, we notice how big this place is. The warehouse is absolutely huge. They got 2 or 3 other buildings that they house the mainframe business, everyday business stuff in that building. And then they have a bunch of storage units and buildings in the back. So when we rolled up, it was quite impressive.
Me and Bucky hop out of the rig, start walking up to the office on the side of this gigantic building, and we're looking at each other, we're chuckling, we're laughing, and we're laughing because we're a little bit nervous. Actually, we don't get nervous, you know, this is just kind of our thing. We love doing what we do, but we're nervous. We're getting ready to walk into a major operation to see what they do from start to finish with our Black River racks. And we open up that office door, walk in, and boom, we got the brand new rack sitting right there on a giant display, bunch of information about it. We read all the stuff on the wall. Then we met up with Rich and Marshall, and they got the tour started for us. And take a look.
How was the trip down?
It was good, rainy. I had the stuff kind of cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah.
you know, but
The Rebel box is a niche product. You know? Not too many people. But we need to get some everyday seller stuff going.
well, I think and that's what I think that's what I was, one thing that attracted me to just the regular rack was just the versatility of it. And for us to be able to take what we do and open it up to the hunting industry world, right? And to be able to use that in different shapes and fashions.
So right before we head into the main facility, Summit Products has many different operations and products that they offer. Black River is a part and under that umbrella. So before we entered the warehouse, they asked us, hey, does anybody need to use a restroom? So after the 3-hour trip, we took turns. Zach ran in, and while he was doing his thing, I was standing there talking with the guys and just really thinking about the vision of what they had with us and what they have in the aspect of the actual Rebel Rack and what they want to do with it. So it was a very good conversation. But one thing that was really cool while we were standing there and they were talking, they told me a little bit of a story about how they needed to name their outdoor portfolio. And they wanted to get into the outdoor industry. So they created its portfolio and they actually called it Bucky. And lo and behold, that's who I am. And they kind of really took it as a sign from the Almighty that they were to partner with us. And they felt good about it because before they even knew who I was and we started talking about a partnership, they went ahead and created that portfolio and they called it Bucky. And then here I show up. And from that point forward, they were very interested in working with Appointed.
Appointed Outdoors is brought to you by Winger Ag Solutions, Bucked Up, Wall Stud Whitetails, Under Armour, protect what matters most, Next Gen Hunting Blinds. Here we go. Follow behind Rich, and he starts to show us what's happening there, and it is impressive already. And we just walked in. There's gigantic CNC machines there, working, cutting metal. You know, the CNC machines with the lasers and the robots in it. You know, cutting itself, steady, making product.
I call this the heartbeat of the shop. So everything comes in, metal, you know, aluminum, stainless steel, all that. And then this is where it gets cut and this is where the process starts. So.
You know, he was showing us the welders, what they were welding, and they also have a robot that does welding as well, which is pretty neat. They have a whole lot going on there, and not just Black River racks. So it was pretty cool to see step by step what's going on in that warehouse on a day-to-day operation.
So right now we do just camper windows, but we have the ability to do, you know, ag. We're going to be doing UTV windows and stuff, construction, all that stuff. Boats. We have done boat windows. So one of the things.
So any recreation style window, pretty much.
Just so we're right. Again, none of that goes on the internet. Yeah. None of that goes on the internet. No. Yeah, that's a.
So we wrap up Summit Products, the first tour of the building that we walked through. Pretty cool stuff, but now it's time. It is time for us to show y'all what we came there for, and it was absolutely incredible, and I can't wait to share this with you. Take a peek.
Hey guys, what's going on? Bucky, Appointed Outdoors. We're here at Summit Products. I cannot tell you how crazy excited I am to be in their warehouse. We are in the process of getting these Black River racks for our UTVs. We're gonna put one on the Can-Am, and then we have an extra one. We're gonna do something crazy special, but they also make these truck toppers
We're getting ready to go see how they do that as well. But they do everything in-house. This thing and this process is amazing, and I'm glad you guys are here with us.
And we stacked it strategically over here on this side, and then we pull it over and like we.
And Albert pretty much designed it.
Albert designed, yeah. And this is the only paint
Albert
line.
designed
There's
it,
no
so.
other paint line that we know of that's 100% stainless steel.
Right. So basically, you guys hook the products up to this.
Yeah, this
And
chain.
then they
Yep.
go
You
through
see it
the,
like this, yep.
Yeah. How cool is that?
So yeah,
You can get warm.
So you guys right now are getting to witness one of the coolest things that I think I've ever seen. And that's a paint line right here that these guys take their products and the things that need to get painted with the racks, hook them up on this line, and it goes through these containers, and it's just a one-stop shop kind of deal. It's pretty cool.
Man, I tell you what, being here at Black River Summit Products, this has been really fascinating to see. Everything that they do here is done in-house. It's assembly line. They got it all put together. I'm a big guy. I like to see stuff from start to finish, and it's right here in the U.S. I love homegrown products, and Black River Summit Products, they got it going on. They do everything simultaneously. One streamline out the door, right to your front door. Put it on your UTV with that rack. It's good to go. Button it down. That's all you need to do.
All right, man. Hey, I can't tell you how excited I am, because right here, I got parts that are coming out from my rack. It's going on my UTV, my Can-Am. As you guys can see, they're coming through this assembly line. These guys are top notch. They know what they're doing. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that's one reason I wanted to be partner with them here at Appointed Outdoors, because they know what they're doing. And I wanted something that's gonna go on my Can-Am that I know that I can count on. And to be able to see these parts, it's a once in a lifetime kind of ordeal. And I'm having a crazy cool time.
Like some this operation for these racks, man. It's incredible.
Appointed Outdoors is also brought to you by Vortex Optics, Black River, Quincy Tractor, Brute Buck Outfitters, Brute Buck Outfitters, Mexico.
So they tell me that this one is the actual 2500, which I have a 2500, Zach's got a 2500, and that is the short bed 1500 Chevy. So this is the actual cap that would go on a 2500 truck, and it looks good. All right, guys, I'm here with Marshall, Black River. We are going to show you something it's very special in their minds, and one of the first flagship things that you guys have done. They started off with the truck caps, and now they're moving into the UTV caps and racks. But I'm going to let Marshall speak to you about the Matrix here.
Yeah, this is the Matrix topper. This is the XL model. We built this. This is actually our very first thing we ever built. And the whole purpose of this is our owner wanted to be able to move his motorcycles around, and he didn't want to haul a trailer or haul a van around. He wanted to haul his truck with his motorcycles in it. So that's why it is this unique shape. We wanted to go with that futuristic kind of cyber look. That was intentional. We wanted that modern feel to it. Some people like it, some people don't. We're okay with that. But it has a very functional purpose to it, and we're very, very proud of it.
So like he said, it's very unique for certain things. I have a e-bike, right? And so if I had wanted to put my deer on the back of my truck and not in the back of my truck under the cap, you know, I could haul my e-bike in here, it's covered, and then I could put my deer on the back rack if I choose to. But let's go ahead and show them
Yeah,
what it
absolutely.
looks like here.
And also one of the great things about this that was intentional was no windows because for security reasons.
Sure.
So if you got motorcycles, e-bikes, stuff, no one knows you have that back here when there's no windows or anything like that. That's very important. So when it's open, accessibility is huge. You stay in the back there, no problem. Imagine getting to the front of your bed with a regular topper. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Got plenty of room still.
So you guys can see that this particular model is shock driven on the side, so it's easy up, easy down.
So them chuck toppers, I like them. Like Zach said, the two versions, they definitely hit different needs. And I know when we're standing there and we're talking about those, Rich said that on Instagram, the one was just blowing up, which is the one that hasn't quite been released yet. And it was a cool experience to see that. But now it's time to walk over to the area where our parts are laying. That they just came out, they're laying on the table. And Marshall says, man, let's get to building this thing. So we got to run out real quick. We grab the Can-Am, run it into the warehouse, and then we just start getting bare knuckle and just going at it. So not only did we get to see the parts being done, now Zach and I and Marshall get to actually build it and watch it all go together. So that experience alone was priceless.
Hey, we in the Can-Am, it's our turn now, baby.
Heck yeah, dude. It's our turn.
What take that in? Let's just set it in there. You'll have to move this to adjust these. Okay. That's why it's always easier to do it when they're on there. Cool. Perfect.
So, Marshall, in your experience, it's best when a customer buys one of these racks, and you guys ship it. Obviously, it comes in either a crate or some boxes.
Correct.
Best case scenario for them is to put it together on the machine.
No doubt, and our instructions tell you to do that. What you get is the post up. It gives you a nice frame to build it on, you know.
And it's a lot less weight for one person to have to lift up if
and
they're
then
by themselves.
To balance the wall in there. Yeah, exactly.
So there you go. You hear it first from the man. Assemble it first on the rig. You can see it built from start to finish and actually see some of the parts come through. Amazing.
So we're loaded up. We got the Can-Am on the back. We're back in the truck. We're headed back down the road. And man, we're just sitting there talking about the experience that we had today at Black River, and you know how great Rich and Marshall have been to us, and showing us everything that they do just to make those racks there. Again, it's all American-made products, and that's what I love that so much. You know, it's hard to find these days to get something quality built in America by our own people here in the U.S. So kudos to them. We love it. I know you guys will love it. So if you got any questions on those racks, please hit us up. We got plenty of information for you and can show you some stuff about it. And we're just truly blessed to have the opportunity that we had with Black River and Summit Products today. And we hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, guys, we just had an outstanding experience and a blessing that has happened today. And I just want you to know that that blessing came from the Lord Almighty from above. And you know, here at Appointed Outdoors, we're big, passionate, and love our God. There's only one God, and there's only one man that leads our ship. And that's the good Lord. And I hope that you guys know who he is. And if you don't, please meet him, build a relationship with him, talk to him, and let him lead your ship too. I promise you, you won't regret it. So if you haven't already done so, make sure you go follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Hit that like, follow, share, subscribe button. Whatever it is that you got, we'd love to have you on board with us. And stay tuned, because next week we are headed back to Maryland. Bucky is going after an absolute stud of a buck from Maryland. I mean, we've been letting this deer go for 3 years. Stay tuned and see if we get it done.
Pointed Outdoors is brought to you by these fine sponsors.